Hi, welcome back to the friend request, everyone. It's me, your host, Chloe Madron. Guys, the fort looks a little crazy today. I have popped it up in my house for a very special episode because today's guest is just so divine that even though he was not available at any times during business hours for us to record at the studio, we had to make something work. And I'm so glad that we did because the episode today is so funny. It's super long. I got a little extra something there for you because, I mean, frankly, I don't think you're going to want to stop listening. We didn't want to stop talking. We had a lot of fun. And I think you're going to as well. Viewers can also enjoy a little hello from the gorgeous kitten Louie. Say hi, kitty cat. He's very cute. Anyway, before we get into today's episode, I would love to ask if you want to give us a little like, subscribe, follow, all of that sort of stuff. You know, it helps. I appreciate it. Also, any new first-time listeners, hi, welcome. Sorry, I should have said something, but welcome to the show. This is the podcast all about friendship, where I ask funny, talented guests about whether or not they have any friends, how the heck they got them, and if I can have some too, all while pretty much, you know, convincing them to be my friend, tricking them, getting into their brains. Feel free to go back to the start of the podcast if you want to see more fun, wonderful episodes, get to know me and my guests a lot, and just have a fun, funny time in general. Otherwise, enjoy today's episode, please. You know him, you love him. It's the wonderful Broden Kelly from Aunty Donna.
Did we just become best friends? Yep! Did we just become best friends? Did we just become best friends?
Am I not pajama-y enough?
No, you're good. You're good. Why do you want a robe?
No, I'm happy as long as long as you're happy.
You look great. I do like to kind of be along the same lines of, this is going to sound stupid, but contrast and color schemes.
Okay, good. Well, then this is,
the light with the pink is perfect.
And the embroidery?
It's so cute.
Great.
And honestly, if I if you walked in and you were all black, I would have been like, shit.
Oh, great. Yeah. Well, I am from Melbourne, so I do dress to the seasons.
Oh, of course you got it. Although 4 seasons in a day.
That's what they say. It's just like a Marin. Are we rolling? Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
this is just like Marin in many ways.
I want. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. It's incredibly famous, and I'm very smart.
Oh, right.
Smart and sexy, like. Okay.
Yeah. To some people, he is.
Oh.
No, to you are to all people, I'm sure. But it's
I thought that Mark Maron was objectively sexy.
Back to black.
Back to black.
I want to get my color wheel done.
Oh. Okay. Yes.
How? Because I saw Batman, Robert Pattinson. Mm-hmm. They put that thing on him. You see this? Heard about this? Seen this? They put a thing on him.
I know the thing, but
the color wheel guy.
Yeah,
and then they went through it and it was like, oh yeah, he looks fucked in that color. Even Robert Pattinson looks wrong in that color.
Oh, absolutely. We've all got our colors. I mean, I do kind of think I'm one of the lucky few with the neutral skin tone. I can pull off anything, but everyone else.
Red hair is like. What's the rule with red hair? Because I used to have red hair.
Yeah. You got a tinge of ginge in the...
Going white.
Ooh, congratulations. I don't see it. It might be in your head.
In the little white lines?
Like a tiny... I have those, though.
It's coming. Yeah. Do you? You have white?
All colours.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But what's the rule with the red hair?
Well, I would imagine... What seems to work... Actually, I have no idea. Well, what happened, right, is this guy... There's a guy... called Ken Sakata.
Yep.
He's a hip surgeon in Melbourne.
Okay.
And during COVID, he started to design football merch for the Gold Coast Suns, which is a team from Gold Coast.
And
then they sued him and said, stop making merch. We own that. And so he said, well, I'm going to make my own club.
Yeah.
So he made the Queensland Football Club.
Okay.
Which is a merch line. But it was kind of a sports team he made up and made merchandise for them. And it sold incredibly well because he was like, I'm going to reinvent sports merchandise. And then what he did is he went, what fabric are we making this from? And what does denim mean? And this and that. So now he's become a legitimate fashion designer. And he looked at me and said, you look like an everyman. Can you be my model?
Yeah.
So I was a model for his line called The Off Season or The front
name.
office. He changed it to the front office, and he made me do all this merch stuff.
Right.
And he told me that I dress bad, so I had to. That's a long story to say. He didn't say that actually. It was like someone's like, "How do you think Broden dresses?" He went, "No comment." And so I was like, "Oh shit!" And then so I went back and I learned all this stuff about fashion. Not that I'm a good dresser now, but that I had to learn. So like, have a uniform.
Yes.
And I didn't know that.
Yep. Okay.
And then the long story short, I wear a lot of black and white.
Yep. That's the uniform.
Yeah.
Okay, but you still want to get your colours done. You're not sure what you are.
Yeah, because I think, I feel like, is it offensive to say we are from the same world?
Yes, it is offensive.
I guess.
No, I'm not a natural redhead.
Really?
So, yeah. I'm naturally a very light brunette.
Mousy brown.
Mousy brown, very mousy. Oh my God, like grey. It's basically grey. But I have a neutral skin tone. My sister and brother, however, are like identical to your skin tone.
Do you burn?
Only as of the last year since I started ADHD medication, and that's apparently because of that.
As in Dexies?
Vyvanse.
Vyvanse, yeah. I know Vyvanse.
Gets your heart racing and makes you burn easier. But I didn't used to burn.
It gets your heart rate going and it makes you burn easier.
Because your body temperature's up higher. You can't regulate your body temperature as well, so you burn faster.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
Have you had a mole map? I know this has got like a sexy vibe, this podcast, but let's...
Okay, what? No, it does not.
Well, I found out about it from another rang on this show, ranger,
yeah.
and you were talking about how you'd fucking kill me, or Cameron was, and so I feel like it's sexy adjacent at the very least.
That's true.
I mean, we're in
a blanket fort, which is
Yeah.
used in sleepovers. It's very actually quite infantile and PG.
Yes.
But we do play sleepover games that include fuck, marry, kill. So yes, there's a
But-
portion of sexiness.
Let's talk mole maps,
Okay.
which is not sexy. Last time I had a mole map, I was like, I need to go on a diet. That was my
Okay.
main takeaway, was that I didn't have cancer, and probably, and I needed to go on a diet. I needed a calorie deficit.
What? Because they had to like lift folds to find them all.
Because it's like you go in there and they're like, get in your undies, mate. And you go, all right. And then you have to stand wide with not good lighting, no ring lights there, no grading being done.
I refuse. I'd bring my own.
And you just look sad. Yeah, you should. Give some pre-prepared photos for them and just say, this is what I'm... But I learned I've had two, you can have 3 serious burns before you're high risk. So, and that's blistering.
Yeah, okay. I did that to my feet on Christmas last year.
Big congrats.
Thank you. It took about maybe until a month ago for them to be fully healed. It was rough. I also have a tattoo on the top of one of my feet, and it was already watercolor, so like kind of not there. And now I'm like, why did I spend so many dollars and hours getting that done? The sun's just...
I'm sorry about your foot, but I'm excited to tell you have 2 more burns until you're high risk.
Okay.
I'm not a skin expert, by the way. This is what the
Are you
person...
sure?
I might be.
Well, this is actually really good because I do need to get a mole map. I need to get a map my moles. I'm covered in moles and I'm worried about them.
Can I look at some?
Yes. Wait,
Sorry to put you on the spot. And
what do you want?
only arm ones or like surface area ones.
None of the ass moles.
Okay, I'm looking now.
I've got a couple.
Yeah,
They're all right.
they look okay to me.
Thank you. I got this one right here under my nose that in childhood kids would be like, one kid would be like, you look like you like have Milo on your face, and I'd be like, shut up. It's
Holy
my mole.
shit! In
But
primary school or high school?
primary school.
Yeah.
Of course. It's all right. He's a nice guy.
It's funny. Yeah, the things that I wonder what I said in primary school
That people remember.
that people took with them forever.
They fucking stay in there.
That's at that time where it's really not a lot going on.
Yeah.
And when someone says something, really take it with you.
Yeah. I did have a friend from primary school, like not a friend, an acquaintance in primary school. So, just someone who was there messaged me the other day being like, do you remember me? I think we went to primary school together. And I was like, yeah, I remember everyone.
Yeah.
I remember everyone's names. And he's like, oh, it's nice for you to remember me because he thinks I'm a star.
Oh, yeah.
Very sweet. And I'm like, what do you mean nice? You look the same. Everyone looks the same. That's just life. And I remember every single fucking interaction I had with everyone.
You have a good memory? You remember it all?
Not short term, long term.
Right.
Long term's pretty good.
I recently started doing my first solo stuff.
know.
I'm trying to kill Aunty Donna from the inside.
Nice,
and trying to
smart.
and hurt them. And I grew up in Adelaide for a period. I had some friends. I grew up with lots of kids, and when high school hit, I moved back to Melbourne where my family was from, and I never saw my best friend again.
To this day.
And so I started writing this solo show.
Yeah.
And I perform it at the Rhino Room in Adelaide. I'm 36, so the last time I saw this fellow was 2002, just fresh off 9/11, maybe even the end of 2001.
Wow.
Still
never
smouldering.
forget. Yeah.
And he came to the show.
Oh my God.
And we had nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
But he was nice and lovely for him. I was like, do you like the show? He's like, yeah.
Oh.
I was like, all right, great.
That's sweet. I get that though. I'm still close with my oldest best friend
Are
from
you?
primary school. Yeah, and he lives in Sydney now. And we catch up, not very often for how long we've been so close. We were super close early 20s still. But it is nice because if we can have nothing to talk about, we don't have that much in common, but we know each other so well.
It's family adjacent at that level.
It really is.
Because every time you have a chapter and you connect people with another chapter, that's a level, it's another layer of the relationship.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Tom, who is in Aunty Donna, who makes all the music and scoring, and I do my footy pod with him, and he's just around a lot. On the first day of year 7 at Viewbank College, I sat next to him.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I got distracted. Viewbank College?
Viewbank.
Oh, okay. Wow.
No, we used to call it iWank because if you took out the V and the B, I think it became, and the E, iWank.
Oh, okay.
So you could scratch off. You could scratch off the V, the E, and the B.
Yeah, that's good.
And signs, iWank College.
I can see why you guys were like, I think we should maybe do a sketch group. I think you've got it, kid.
A claim to fame for me is we wrote this whole series about high school, and then we shot a whole series about it, and we did it at my high school. And so when you go to the wiki of iWank College or Viewbank, it says it's a public school. Aunty Donna shot a series here. That's all it says on the website.
I love that.
And I'm very proud of that.
Fuck yeah, that's your school.
Sorry. We're going to change this. We both went for it. Do you want to go?
You go. No, you go.
Talking about kids saying things to you when you're a kid that you stay with you forever. I'm probably sitting here because of a thing a girl once said to me in year end of year 9.
Okay, please say more.
I dropped maths in year 9.
Congratulations.
Thank you. When did you do it all the way through?
Yeah.
You good at maths?
I was all right.
Yeah.
I was okay.
I reckon I could have been okay. And I probably knew as well if I worked at something that was difficult to me, I could build inner strength and become good at it. So I dropped it at the first opportunity.
Yeah. No, I relate to that.
I was like, I'm going to be an actor.
Exactly. Oh, but I went to a school of arts.
Did you?
So we still had to do all the other subjects, but the arts were the most important ones.
Hell yeah.
And I really wish I did try harder, but I'm smart. I could have been fucking smart,
Yeah.
But
don't you find with that diagnosis you were just talking about that I have also been given that you've just been building off this base of self-fixing and then you go, oh, okay, maybe I'm not bad at maths. Maybe the way that it was expressed to me wasn't ideal.
It's my argument for socialism all
Everything.
the time. I'm freaking working through it, but it's tough sometimes and people are so much less able than me. So yeah, I hear you. Anyway, the girl.
I was like, I'm dropping maths. And then this girl, she's a girlfriend of my friend. She said, good luck in life then. And good luck in life. 4 words.
You can't count.
And I was like, all right, that's going to be my thing. And I feel like all the way through VCE and uni and my 20s in the back of my head. Still here, 36.
Yeah.
Happy with how things are going.
Yeah.
Still in there.
Is it in there as a way to it's driving you to prove her wrong? Or is it in there as a genuine sense of well wishes?
No.
Okay,
it's a chip on the old shoulder. But it really. But that's just to say things stick with you, whether they're important or not. Whether it's still there.
No, totally. It's like the classic thing with your parent, says something that traumatizes you. It was the most traumatic day of your life. For them, it was a Tuesday. They don't remember shit. And I'm like, guys, can we just think a little? The kids remember.
Do you have a lot of friends with kids now?
No.
I've got a lot of friends who are 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and they're constantly in horror, fear of what they're going to do to their kids.
Of course.
And as a parent, I guess you're always like, I don't want to do the thing that fucked me up.
Yep.
But then what things you missing
Yep.
that you're going to fuck them
There's
up?
always going to be something. It'll make them interesting.
Why not really double down and really...
Have sex with... No.
No,
Okay,
I
thank
just
God.
really screw with them. But then also, I think... have you ever seen... This is bad.
Today's episode is sponsored by Holistic Passage. Guys, I love Holistic Passage. They send me my wonderful little disposable THC vapes. I love them. They are awesome. I find them very helpful as a sufferer of endometriosis. Regular listeners are like, shut the hell up. We know you have endo. Get over it. No, I won't. As long as there is no cure and the only treatment is pain management, pretty much I'm going to be high. That's what I'm getting at. The doctors say here you can take these opioids, and I say that's a lot. Instead, I'm going to just try some cannabis, which the doctors also actually say because they're chill these days. Anyways, I like to get my vapes from Holistic Passage, and you can too. You can also get other products like edibles, gummies, melatonin, psilocybin, all sorts of yummy things to help you chill the hell out. And you can use my code FRIEND for 10% off. Not bad. A little discount. Love it. Anyway, love you. Go follow them on Instagram. They'll send you a menu and you can make an order from there. It's so easy.
Ever seen a kid with bad parents with personality problems and stuff, just a really cool, innocent kid just become them? And you go, oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yep, all the time. Or I used to do a lot of babysitting when I was younger, and
Congrats.
I'd see. Thank you. Very responsible. Some kids are kind of this weird little perfect answer to the personality that their parent is.
Really?
I had this one woman who was so sweet, lovely, single mum, a lot of a pushover, and her kid was just a nasty little antagonistic shit. She was 10 years old saying to me, what's a blowjob? And I'd be like, I think that's a conversation you should have with your mum. And she's like, well, I'm going to do it tomorrow with my boyfriend. He's bringing a condom.
Jesus, how old?
10.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. I think that's wrong.
Oh, I have to go on record and agree with you. It's not good.
I don't think that's insane.
Actually, I think it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. And so the mum's just being a pushover.
Just a pushover. She got her a dog, and it was like a pit bull cross.
Yeah.
Dog was a baby, a little puppy, very cute.
Oh, God.
When I was there, the dog was very bitey, and I was trying to discipline it, saying no. And she was like, don't tell it no. And I said, well, honey, the dog is biting. If it grows up and gets bigger and bites someone, they could take the dog away from you. And she said, I don't care. I'll just get a new dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate this kid.
Yeah, me
the
too.
rich
I
kid?
had to leave. Not really. They were probably middle to upper.
Oh, my God.
Middle class, yeah.
When you're a kid, you just think that all parents know what they're talking about, and then you realise that people just have kids.
I just, 100%. I just don't think that she had any respect for her mother.
Yeah.
And therefore anyone else. I am getting the vibe that maybe her dad was in there chucking some toxic shit as well.
Yeah, surely.
Nasty.
Is this sociopathic energy as well, of that I'll just get another no empathy kind of situation?
I know. I think I even said, because I was also young and probably not as careful with my words as I could have been, but I was like, they could put the dog down. I definitely made it clear that the dog could die. And she was like, so?
That's a sociopathic trait, surely.
Scary.
Oh.
And she's probably 18 now. Isn't that horrible?
You listening? If you're listening, shout out.
Shout out. Love you.
Fucking hell. That's dark.
Yeah, sorry. I will step away from the darkness. I want to go back to the sexiness.
Sure. Yes.
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 The introduction. The way that I guess, came across your desk, I assume, was yes, me asking Cameron James a fuck, marry, kill about you, Aunty Donna fellas.
Yeah.
The on-camera boys, you know. You, Mark and Zach. How did that feel as an introduction?
Well, you know how sometimes in your Instagram algorithm things come up and you could be tagged in it but you haven't seen that you're tagged in it yet. It's come up as a feed thing even though you're tagged in it. So this just came to me like watching a footy thing and And then, was it a reel?
Yeah.
Just scrolling through. I'm doing an Instagram reel scroll, like something wrong.
Yeah, it's not a good day.
I'm scrolling that, and then this comes up. I'm like, oh, Cam James. And then I think you said Aunty Donna. I was like, I'm in that group. And then it just very slowly became about me. And I don't think that's a full, like, it's like a moment where the people in the show turn and start talking about you. And so I was a really full on experience, but it was a positive one because like, it was like, out of these, who is the, and I was like, wow, this is good news, but full on. And so it was
I'm so sorry.
It was a full on but a positive experience. So thank you and Cam for that.
No, of course. I mean, he really took the lead with that. I probably wouldn't have been as verbose.
Yeah.
But, when you're with Cam, you get caught up.
You one up. It's great.
It's a great time.
But it means I'm now here.
It means that you're now here in this wonderful version of the fort. So welcome. Thank you.
This is your house. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it is. Let them know.
A beautiful view. And I would argue that podcast studios are worse than this because they don't have beautiful views.
So true. So true. I do love the podcast studio. It is very fun, but it's lacking the view. It's lacking my cat, who's adorable.
Saw a cat.
Great. Always a fun day. And also, like, I'm walking around the studio in my pajamas.
Yeah.
It is a little bit funny, I got to be honest. Sometimes there are serious podcasts, political podcasts that use this studio, and I'm walking out there
in your
slippers
jammies
on. Yeah, it's an experience.
That's nice though. Do you feel comfy in your do you actually go to bed in this stuff?
No.
This is a performative pajamas.
Yes, 100%. This is like what you were saying before about fashion. This is my uniform.
Yeah.
My uniform is pajamas.
There was a comedy duo from Seattle called the Pajama Men.
Oh.
And they were brilliant when we were coming through. Brilliant. They used they were kind of character mime comedy, but they wore pajamas in their shows every day. Yeah. And I was like, that's awesome, because Aunty Donna decided for our first 6-7 years that we would wear black suits and ties and shirts. And so for Edinburgh, when you do 26 shows in a row, I had like fucking 12 white shirts, washing them, drenched in sweat. Every time you come back from Edinburgh, you open your luggage and there's your black suit pants, and they just got like that dried sweat salt and cum.
No, I was thinking piss.
Oh right, sorry, I'm so sorry. Piss all across and all under this. It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
And the idea of wearing pajamas to work for me would be just ideal.
So much better. Oh my god, no, I hear you. I mean, I was wearing just like a blazer with a dress on stage for my solo last year, and even that was like yuck, sweaty. Yucky.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine a suit. I think we got to stick with PJs. I'm gonna do this podcast live at the festivals next year, probably.
Yeah.
So you can come on in PJs if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get a onesie with a butt flap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've worn them before. I wore them in a TV show once, and I had an issue with definition of junk definition. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, you got to get it tailor-made, so it's like gives you a little room.
I'm scared of tracksuit pants. I'm scared of pajama pants, and because of drama school, I'm scared of block dance pants because they define the boys.
It's all out there.
My drama teacher once said about his drama teacher, he said, "I've got to teach you boys how to pack your lunch."
Okay, that sounds like you were about to get raped.
Yeah, it was full on. But it was about how you take your testicles and peen and put them into a way so they're not all out there.
Oh my God, did he teach you how to do a mangina?
No, he just said this story. no mangina stuff.
Damn
no
it.
taping, no RuPaul, put them in and then tape and then,
It's the best way to do it in my opinion, but...
Yeah.
All right, any tricks for the listeners?
For shows, because I've had shows as well where I've done the show and then someone messages after or thinks, I could see your balls.
Oh, God.
And I've had that before.
Yeah.
And it's horrifying.
Yeah.
So when I perform, if I'm not in my show now, I'm just wearing jeans and stuff.
Yeah.
I wear, if I'm in a suit pant or something, I'll wear like double undies and then like not pad out, but just flatten.
Smart. Very smart. Okay, see, you like... That is lived experience. So for a lot of women, yes. Yes, that's the experience of the Ken doll. No, but having it like accidentally visible, right?
Awful.
And it's an experience that a lot of girlies go through that people perceive as slut whore, right?
Yeah.
Right? And like the amount of times that I've been wearing a top that I didn't realize was falling as much, or, you know, a certain, like whatever's happening with the titties, and then they're a little bit or a lot too much there. It happens so much more than you think, and every single fucking time without fail, people are like, you whore.
You know what you're doing.
You whore. And I'm like, I can't, no one knows.
I know exactly this
and
feeling.
You know exactly how it feels
So
now.
for top end, a lot of taping is the thing, yeah?
I don't know. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong.
But I don't know. Like there's
Okay.
a lot of, but then taping into position or covering or flattening.
Yes, I could bind.
Binding, all the things you must do. But then also on the lower part as well, it's also, I imagine, about a flattening and a lack of definition.
Yeah.
You're trying to remove definition.
Yeah. God, wow. This is what's the thing? Is it visceral? Is that the right word here?
Visceral, yeah.
It's really portraying. Like, I'm getting pictures in my head. And
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Models, male models,
Yeah.
for like Bonds and stuff, will put, this is real bread in there because it's a soft, it's not hard edged, and you can, so
But flatten
around
it
the
up.
dick.
Maybe, are you sure that's not just because they're on a low carb diet?
It
and
could be.
Just wanted to see that bread looks real
ingest,
good.
taking the bread through the dick.
Awesome.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
Holy shit. Great tips. Really good. I'm going to keep them in mind. I'm going to put
But
red
also,
down my top.
you do you. From my position as well, it's just like I'm embarrassed if I find out later and if it wasn't an active
Exactly
choice.
it. Oh, that's exactly it. I've gone to edit. I did a solo podcast the other day, which was why I think it even happened. Because if there was someone there, I probably would have done extra double takes to
Sure.
check the fit or whatever. But I went to edit it, and I'm like, this is mortifying. I'm looking at this. The fucking studio I record at, the screens are on display in the office part of the studio.
Yeah.
So they've watched me record for 45 minutes with just like, it wasn't even just tits, like the bra. It was very clearly not intentional. And I'm sitting there like, okay, awesome. Now these people think I'm a whore. Now the internet thinks I'm a whore. I can't scrap the episode. I'm trying to like edit it and whatever, but it's,
Yeah, just
it's
put it out.
embarrassing. I put it out.
Yeah.
Who cares? Whatever. Found the best angle, you know.
Congrats on the angle.
Thank you. Now, congrats to you. You're doing your solo show. Solo thing for the first time in
Ever.
Oh my God. How has that been as someone who has been surrounded by friends performing?
How long have you performed solo for?
7 years.
Congrats. Did you start 7 years ago or?
Started 7 years ago. And before that, I did music.
Really?
And yeah, and I did usually work with like an accompanist, you know, someone on another instrument. But I still did a lot on my own.
Yeah.
I was very, very used to it.
Well, yeah, I realized that like all I ever wanted to be was a performer as early as I can remember. And when I did the High School Musical, I put my name down to audition in year 7, and I learned to monologue and all this stuff. But I couldn't go in. I couldn't force myself to go in and audition. I was too scared. And so, and all I wanted to do was the musicals at school. It's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I just watched from afar, just horrified to do it.
Oh my God.
And so, but there were some boys in my year level who did audition and did do it. And so I went, I'm just going to become their friend.
Awesome. Okay.
And then it took like for 2 years, I just worked away at becoming their friend.
Yeah.
And then auditioned with them in year 9.
Fuck.
And so I chose my friends by the pathway of becoming a performer.
Yeah, that makes so much sense for you to just naturally fall into those kinds of dynamics. That's
but
sick.
It put in my head that like I never do anything by myself.
Of course. Too scary.
So for my whole life, I've been a collaborative worker, which I love.
Yeah.
Like working in groups, and like when I was at drama school and I wanted to do comedy, I was like, we're all the funny ones. Let's do this together.
Yeah.
And working in a group, I don't know how you feel. You work in groups as well. How do you think? I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's structure. There's reflexiveness as well. There's the ability to go, what do we think of this?
Yeah.
There's time for other people to talk while you think.
Yeah. There's just more collaboration, more ideas.
Less loneliness. Like if I'm in a show with the boys and it sucks, we go off and we go, well, that sucked.
Yeah.
Or if it's good, we go, that was great. You share the goods, you share the bads.
Less gaslighting yourself, I guess. Oh, my God.
If you're after a show, not all the time, you're like, well, let's go get food or this or that. So that's all nice. But then also, like you're off, you share, everything's shared. So the negative times, the positive times. And so I just realized at like 35, I guess, last year, actually I was on world tour and I was sitting around going, I have a real yearning to see if I can do this because it's something new. And so I sat down last year. I didn't tell anyone about it. I just sat with my staffy, Shadow, under the desk and every day just wrote stories for 3 months. And I was like, and if this goes okay, I'll trial it here. If this goes okay, I'll do it again. And then it got to the point where I was like, I was doing it. And
that's so cool.
I've found it two things, really empowering and really lonely.
Okay. Just because of being used to having all of these people to bounce off, or?
I guess I'm just in a world where like you show up to the venue, there's a tech there, you talk to them, and then you sit in a room by yourself, and then you come out and do a show for people, and then you walk off stage and there's no one there, and then you go home.
Yep.
Which I've never experienced before.
Yep.
And then you go to the airport by yourself, and then you go home. It's really lonely.
No, absolutely. I am very envious of people in groups or duos or anything. I'm always like, that seems so cute and fun, and you've just got a friend with you all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you'll not meet a person in a group who's thinks it's perfect.
No, of course. But that's the other side of it. I'm a control freak. So I'm like, well, I don't know. I feel like no one's reliable, and I just need to get things done, and I'll do it myself, and I can stay up till 5 a.m. because it's just me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like Donna's been together for 13 years.
Yeah.
That's a miracle.
Yep.
By our idiosyncrasies, but then also, do you know any comedy groups that have been together for 13 years?
Nope.
Maybe like...
Oh, no, they're improv. I just had Carlo Ritchie on.
And Steen?
Yeah, not Steen, but I had Carlo on by himself. And he was talking about their duo, the Bear Pack.
Yeah.
And they've been together for a long time, but they live in different fucking countries.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
They're like, I hate you so much that I've got to move. No, but they...
they only see each other for performances. It's fucking genius.
Imagine having... Because those two have this incredible symbiosis. Yeah. And they live on the other side of the earth to one another. It's like almost soulmates who, when they come together, work brilliantly, and then...
It's kind of devastating.
Yeah, it's kind of... But nice.
It made me think of my sister.
Yeah.
She lives in Brisbane. Obviously nowhere near as far, but still, I'm like, it's just pure magic every time we're on the phone. Every time we see each other, it's bliss.
Do you feel close to your sister still? Like, do you talk every day?
Not we probably message every day, but we talk on the phone probably once or twice a week for an hour or two.
I'm very close with my brother, but we're all just in a lot of group chats together.
Yeah, nice.
I love group chats because they're a really soft, easy way to stay connected with people.
I agree. Where's your brother? Adelaide?
He's in Melbourne. He lives literally around the corner from me. But like I'll be walking my dog and he'll be walking to the gym and I'll be like, hey, and like not even stop to talk because we're constantly in dialogue.
That's beautiful though. Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
But so with the group, I was like, I wanted to see if I could do it by myself because there's also, I just wanted to see. And the lessons I learned doing this was that like I can do it by myself and I like doing it by myself. But then also it really polarized and clarified for me the things I love about performing in a group. Like why I think that we're so special together and what we can do. So we go on world tour in August and I'm like just so excited to do it. And there's no resentment about it and there's no like, I have to do it. It's just a cool thing. That's really nice.
Do you think that's like revamped because of doing solo? Yeah.
I don't, my partner and I have been together 150 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, thank you. A lot of mole maps. And, like the people... We're very happy together, but the idea of when people do step outside of the relationship to try other things and it makes them stronger, often it just ends in a breakup. But
often,
but when it does work for people, it strengthens what you like about what you already have.
I mean, I think that some people can still get that reinvigoration from other things that aren't maybe as detrimental as something like stepping outside of monogamy.
Yeah.
By simple things like traveling for work.
Yes.
You know.
So true.
I mean, every new phase brings in a lot of that sort of stuff, like moving, fucking children and all that. But a lot of it can be in such a insular way that it builds resentment as well.
Chloe, can I say my one relationship thing?
Please.
And I've been saying this since like 2007.
Whoa.
It's all I've got.
I wasn't even born yet.
Get the fuck. No, I won't believe it.
Don't believe it.
This is my only relationship advice, is you should have your goal is to have a relationship that's like an uppercase H, not like an uppercase A. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to be leaning on one another
really
and connected.
Good.
Where if one falls, you fall. You want it to be two independent standing things that choose to be connected.
Oh my God, that's wise. I
Yeah.
got chills. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
that's really
take
good.
a minute. Take a minute.
Oh, everyone, just have a breath.
A guy called Kinnersley from Viewbank told me that.
Yeah,
and it
okay.
stuck with me.
It's really good. I mean, I love that. I love that so much. I've always wanted to, like, when I was younger, I didn't really think about romantic relationships as any kind of priority. I didn't want kids or marriage or anything like that. But I thought, you know, in a world where that were to happen, I wanted to be with someone who had similar dreams or goals of whatever they're pursuing. It kind of takes them around the place. Because I knew that even though I was kind of thinking maybe it'd be music, whatever it was, I wanted to be going all around the world and still being so independent.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful, like, my boyfriend's kind of stepped down from comedy, but coming back in after doing it for 15 bloody years. And
Oh, yeah.
so we have had most of our time together, so many trips apart, doing, you know, shows here and there, doing runs in different cities, and I just love it.
Hell yeah.
It's hard at the time, but like I like missing each other.
Missing's really important.
Yeah.
Missing's really important.
It's so good.
My one dream when we were starting was like, if I ever got on a plane for Aunty Donna, I have made it.
I fucking love that, man.
Yeah.
It's a pretty low bar.
Yeah. It is.
But it's great.
I was like, if I'm not paying for the flight and I get on a plane,
Yes.
and it's even crazy if it's for overseas,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Oh, I mean, coming from the perspective of now, it is even crazy to talk about because you guys have more than made it. You kind of carry a huge chunk of industry with you now. Like with Grouse House, it's very, very fucking cool.
It's early stage. We're trying to do something.
But
we're trying to make something work.
it's pretty amazing. You guys are very well known and adored. And then you're just like, hey, let's make a platform that lifts up other artists with us as well.
Oh, that's not. We're trying. We'll see how we go.
Well, all right. Was it going under?
No, yeah. I got some.
Don't mention.
You don't want to see the spreadsheet. We just kind of found that when we were coming through in 2014, people just kept saying too weird, no, and you're not with the right managers and all that shit. And like ComFest, Melbourne Comedy Festival, there used to be this kind of thing where get in their good books and then you will get on the gala and you'll be on Channel 10 and then people will come to your show and you'll be a darling of the festival scene.
Exactly.
And that's how you become Flight of the Conchords, or you become... I was on the plane with Reese Darby before.
Were you? Oh my God, he couldn't do the podcast.
Ugh.
I know.
But he was like, I know he's here.
I know.
saw them on the plane.
It was so frustrating. Oh, rats.
But that was the kind of pathway. And then as we were coming through, all I wanted to be was Leno and Woodley. Because
of course.
I love them so much.
Oh my God, me too. Seeing them at the Powerhouse in Brisbane.
Yeah?
What
show?
Life-changing. I don't know.
One of them? Were they being silly? Or one of them being silly?
For sure. There was silliness across the board.
Yeah. Typical. Yeah. But so I was like, they're on stage and then they do a TV show.
Yep.
And that's how you become a comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the path.
And then we kind of were like, ABC were multiple times were like, no. And then ComFest kind of closed the door. Just stopped showing any kind of support. Mm-hmm. But then we were like, in our second or third year, we couldn't get on any, like, we weren't feeling any love.
Yeah.
And, but these kids kept coming to the show. This is in like 2013, 14.
Yeah, okay.
Well, these kids kept coming. I'm like, who's buying these tickets? And then we kind of realized that they were coming from these videos we were putting on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And then our audience came and kept us afloat. Usually when groups on the third year die, they kept us going. And then they were everywhere. And then they were the ones who kind of let us make our career.
Oh my God. You might have been one of the first to just really do it on your own.
At the time, there was a guy selling out every night line down the street called Neil Kolhatka, and he was kicking everyone's ass. And but then as far as but everything else was kind of still, you got to get good management, you got to do this and that.
Yeah.
And then but then there were still TV shows being made, and we would have loved to have done it.
Of course.
But it just our one goal is an ABC show. So we ended up making one 2-3 years ago, and no one watched it because it was on the ABC. And we're like, well, right, the ABC, right. That's actually, don't do that.
Actually, maybe let's have a little look at Netflix.
Yeah. And so we were like...
Wait, was this after
Yeah,
Netflix?
we made Netflix, and then we came back and ABC was like, all right, now you can have a show here.
Oh my God, that makes me want to bash people.
Yeah. So we were like, let's try... Well, we always wanted to try and make a sitcom. Let's use this as a chance to try something new. We were really proud of it, but then well, no one watched it. And I'm like, yeah, because it's for 25-year-olds, not for 80-year-olds in palliative care. Anyway, so... and so we were like, well, if we can try and find a way at least to help people get funding or to be seen or at least showcase, then that would be good. But the goal now, I guess, is, and you work in the same world where you know that everyone's just watching online, and if we can, I think Australia has the best lineage of comedy.
You reckon?
One of the best lineages of comedy. We have a really great, unique voice, and we have a really great perspective where we're influenced a lot, generally speaking, by the UK and the US and other places as well. And we are losing that identity a little bit as everything becomes a bit diluted.
Yep.
And if we can help facilitate or find a way to facilitate Australian shows being made when ABC and Channel 7 and Channel 9 and even some of the streamers don't, that would be really cool.
It is really cool.
We'll try
it's
and figure
really
it
cool.
out.
I fucking love them. Every single time I get so excited, I'm like, this is a new shit.
Oh, good.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
You should be very proud of yourself.
And you should be as well. The stuff that you guys do is very impressive.
Oh, what guys? Me? What? Which what?
I thought that YouTube series you guys did.
Yeah. It is. It's fun, but it's funny coming from especially somewhere like Brisbane, starting comedy where people are so purist.
Are they?
Yeah, and then any kind of internet thing, I'm like, oh, but then it's like YouTube comedians, which it's like you guys have your people coming from YouTube and stuff. I would never have thought of you guys as YouTube comedians.
You wouldn't have thought of us as YouTube comedians?
No, not at all.
That's what we think we are.
And it is an insult for the listeners who are, I'm sorry to be inside baseball, but it is, people are very judgmental about that. And now I'm like, hang on, sorry, exactly what you said. Everyone is watching shit on the internet.
That's the only place they're watching.
Fuck, what are you doing?
As I remember at the Logies a couple of years ago, Tom Gleason said, no one's watching any of it in this room. No one watches anyone else's stuff. We all just say how good's Chernobyl. If you're watching a premium drama, you're watching the HBO one. You're watching White Lotus or whatever.
Yes.
No one's watching ABC's hardcore drama.
I know. I know. It is upsetting though, because it still absolutely has its place in my head of, but to get on the ABC, even I do the radio for them every couple of weeks, and I'm like, ABC.
But that thing of I remember thinking, I've got to get out of my head of achieving what 14-year-old Broden thinks is successful, and go, because there's kids growing up now who watch. We have this weird thing now as well where there's people who come up to me who are 25 and we're like, I watched you in year 7. And you're like, fuck off.
Weird.
When did that happen?
Oh, yeah.
Or people like Will Gibb or someone will say, you guys are the OGs. I'm like, no, we're still going. We're still cool. But we're not. We're done. We're like...
No, you're not.
No, there's generations of people who are...
Of course. There are new waves and stuff. But come on, that's not burying you.
But it's kind of nice. It's kind of cool to go well, whether it was right or wrong, people grew up with you, and people grow up so quick.
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely.
People become adults so quick.
The fucking aforementioned YouTube thingy, what is now known as the OG crew, followers of this, absolutely adore. It's been a couple of years, almost 3 years since the first one of that. And people message me being like, you know, you got me through with this ever.
Yeah.
I was finishing high school and now I'm doing this. I'm like, how has so much happened? It's been a second. It's been a blink of my eye. So that's crazy.
University is like, if you do a 3-year course,
Oh my God, there are 3-year courses?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I never went to.
Like, they're so quick. Like, I remember thinking my uni years are this huge part of my life.
Yeah.
And when you're 22, it's a huge percentage of your life. But 3 years is nothing.
That's so, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, people, they do. They grow up quick, and those years are so impactful to make a person who they are. So.
Yeah. But no, you're a part of your... Yeah, like, you, as you were doing that stuff, were you thinking, like, I'm doing, you know, a thing that everyone's watching or going... Because those kids now grow up and go, of course, why the fuck would I turn on Channel 7?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, do I go to 7 Plus on my smart TV and watch a show on 7 Plus? Which, to me, growing up, Channel 7 is, like, the biggest place in the world. Yep. Not that I ever dreamed of being on it, but, like... yeah, like... It's crazy.
No, I hear you. Yeah, no, absolutely did not think that there were many eyes now doing shoots and stuff. I mean, I'm not like a full-time part of it, but I go and I dip my little toes and I say hello, which I love.
I'm blown away by how quickly and like dramatically you guys took over the world as well. Like
so
the numbers make my eyes water.
It's so fucking... It makes me cry every time I get back on there and see the numbers and then compare to my own podcast, which I'm like so proud of, think it's doing great, and then I go, I mean, shit, that's just a lot of people, isn't it?
Now, this isn't sexy, but can we talk numbers?
Yes.
And authenticity of numbers?
Please.
Because that's what interests me, right? Is like Donna's never had the biggest numbers in the world. There's people in Australia who just destroy us. And at the time when we were coming through, that was the case as well. But I always thought that the efficacy of the numbers, like how many in that number group are with you and will get like...
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally. Valued actual viewers, listeners. I completely understand what you mean. It's like when you see something that's doing really well, but has a very clickbaity title and maybe a very eye-grabbing thumbnail. And it's like, oh, okay, well, did they click on it because they kind of wanted to get to the bottom of that question that you posed or see that thing that they put in the thing? Or are they clicking on something because they actually want to consume this entire piece of media?
Yeah. How long were they there for?
Exactly.
And like, if you had 10,000 people listen to a podcast and they were with you for an hour, think about how many 10,000 people are who are with you and listening actively as opposed to scrolling through. The true number of whatever that is, that's the most valuable one.
I completely agree. I actually went through a little phase after because of doing the old YouTube channel, which was Yeah Mad.
Yeah.
And getting a bunch of followers, very exciting, but a bunch of people that weren't people I would or should attract. Like they actually, if they listened to me speak, would not like me. And that's okay. Not everyone's going to. So, I had a bunch of followers that would sexually harass me or just be nasty or whatever it was. And I spent a conscious couple of months actively trying to get rid of them, posting stories being like, hey, if you're following me because you think I'm cute but don't think I'm funny, please unfollow me.
That's
I'm
gold.
not for you.
That's
was
brave
awesome.
as well, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. A lot of people would just go, well, I'll just try and convert this into partnership.
Of course. And also people don't want to seem like I don't know, annoyed. People don't want to put anything negative out, and I try not to because I do want to maintain like a positive space. But I lost so many followers.
Good.
But it was 4,000 maybe over those couple of months out of 170, 60, whatever it was. And I'm like, that's I'm not mad to have people see me actually be me and still choose to stick around. I'm like, they're so much more valuable.
It's a good thing to do. I don't think I'd have the courage to do that. I think I don't know if I would. I mean, it's really I feel like, the people with my football world stuff, that's been the thing where I've learned it's such a different thing to, I do an AFL podcast, and Aunty Donna is very simple. We kind of consider ourselves or try to be a place where people can forget about other stuff and just enjoy stupidity.
Yes.
And with the footy world, I'm trying to do that a little bit as well. But then also you're talking about issues, or you're saying you don't like this team, or you don't like that person, or
There's
this and
opinions.
that. And if you go someone's team, they fucking...
Of course.
Well, fucking go, you mate. They'll arc up. And that's been really interesting to see. Like, you lose people. It's funny.
Of course. But, like, obviously there's only so much you can do, and not everyone's going to be the most perfect fan or follower or whatever. But I think that it's just like... if you're not gonna like me, or you should be able to disagree with me. That should be something I think a lot more people have room for.
Yeah.
With this fucking election happening, I'm very interested in politics.
Me too.
I'm so politically minded.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I love it. But I don't post a lot about it, and I put up a tiny little thing a couple of days ago, and I've had the most magnificent responses.
What did you say?
I listed like all of the parties with my 2 or 3 word description of them.
Cool.
But it was very clearly my preferences. It was funny, silly, light, but also very, clearly my opinions.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of responses were like, fucking love this.
Yeah.
Love seeing you speak about it. Agree with you. And then there were a couple of people who were like, oh, I don't agree with that. I don't think that person's right wing. And I accepted these messages and had conversations and had some of the best fucking thoughtful conversations about philosophy and politics. And it was like one of the guys I was chatting to was like, thank you for not being a dick, or thinking I was a dick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you for not being a dick. We should all be able to have some fucking different opinions and talk about it. Really
I'm glad it was positive for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes when so much of politics, particularly where it's like the identity of people is being challenged, or the, like...
It's so emotional.
Things that you believe are just core human rights being a political thing. That's when I struggle with it. But
understandably so.
Yeah, I can feel myself getting angry when I feel someone's being disrespectful to something that really matters to me.
Yeah,
it is so fueled in your, and like it's on the edge.
Of course, everything's politics. That's just fucking life, and so of course everything is attached to so many emotions. That's kind of why I can empathize with anyone who is getting mad about any fucking side of it. And just take a little step back and be like, okay, so why do you feel that way?
Yeah.
I go full therapist on them.
You've seen Trump has the lowest approval rating the first 100 days in 80 years of presidents.
Yeah,
I love that. Sorry. Sorry to just get right into it, but I do enjoy that.
Just chuck it out there. No, me too. I love it so much. I'm trying to go to America and I'm scared.
Yeah, I got to get my visa soon. I used to live there.
Really?
Yeah, when making our Netflix show, I lived there for 6 months.
That would have been fun.
It was good. I realised living there that the goal is to be to live in this country, and then go there for periods.
Yeah. Okay.
Like talk to that. I'll give you some examples of
please.
That. One day I had the flu, and I went to the doctor, and it cost $150 to go, just to go, and then I was half an hour there, and they gave me a medication that cost $250. And then it worked. It was a medication that we can't get here. So that's the good part of America. It was called Xofluza. Yeah. And he's like, have this and tomorrow you will be better. I was like, well, I've had Tamiflu before.
Yeah.
I had it and the next day I was better.
That's crazy.
It was one of the worst flus I've ever had.
Holy shit.
We can't get it here.
But I'm wondering why. What does it do on the back end?
I'm going to die at 40.
Yeah, that's where the moles are coming from.
I fucking loved it. So there was that one. I had PTSD from a thing I saw, and so I didn't sleep a whole through the year. We can get into that another time.
Okay.
But I went there. I was like, hey, I can't sleep, and they're like, well, you can have this meds. I can direct you to a Hollywood psychologist. They're going to cost $900 a session US. And I was like, And then they were like, here's this medication. And there's one of the side effects was like you get up in the night and you try and kill yourself. And I was like, I'm not going to take that. So that was like pretty much just like have some meds.
Great call.
Yeah. So and then it's just so expensive and stuff. But the positivity of the US is, I think, underrated and not talked about enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That like specifically about the meds.
Well, yeah. Well, more career-wise for me at least.
Yeah. Oh, of course. That's exactly what I'm always arguing.
Yeah.
I'd love to not need to go, but the industry is fucking magnificent.
Positivity and optimism, even if nothing's going to happen. Like the US is often criticized, at least in the entertainment industry, for being all just bullshit. But we tried to crack the UK and go through Edinburgh. And we found that because we were different, or maybe we were just shit, the doors were very quickly closed to us, and we weren't like high. I don't know what the right words was, but we weren't good enough.
Yeah.
And so we kept going there, and kind of after 4 years went, okay. But we kind of averted our eyes to the US because we had management going, hey, we like you and you should try this. And we had meetings with people, and these meetings would just go to another meeting, and very slowly we just kind of we just kind of liked playing pretend.
Yeah.
We were just like, yeah, Hollywood, yeah. And we would.
Oh my God, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, but we had a meeting with Ben Stiller's people, and we met Tim and Eric's people, we met all these, and we were just like fun meetings, and we were
so
just pretending.
Fucking funny. Holy shit! I can understand a little taste of that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that is kind of how I've been for the last little while.
Yeah, it's just nice to do. And then one of them was Ed Helms' people. Like, that's just fun. And then we developed a TV show with them, and then we started to tour there. And then Netflix came to the show, and we pitched them, and they went, "Yeah, have a show." And oh, it happened.
That's
and
sick.
And
Holy shit!
It's that optimism, that kind of we can do it, even if you can't do it. That kind of meant that something cool happened for us. But the UK is very like, no,
none of that. Oh, wow, fucking hell! I mean, you've just made the decision for me. I am making sure that I get to fucking USA.
Yeah.
Because I love that little dreamer mindset. It's what's kept me going.
And like they've got good food as well, like yummy food. And the UK has bad food, but the US has yummy food.
All right, we're super pro America.
Yeah.
We need to very quickly play some sleepover games.
Yeah, please.
Is that all right with
you?
you?
No. I hope this chat's been okay.
It's been wonderful.
Oh, good.
Oh my God. I mean, we could just keep going forever, but
Where's this from?
We've all got to go take Kmart.
Oh, great.
Wow. Sorry. My brain broke. Why, do you like it?
Yeah. I like Kmart. My partner was at Kmart this morning, and she said, "Do you want me to get you anything?" And I was like, oh. And all I could think of was like fake plants.
Okay.
I like the fake plant bit.
It's yeah, they're good, they're fine, but I think it's one of those things you got to just go.
Yeah, and
You gotta
let
go,
it happen
be there,
to you.
Exactly. It's an experience.
Yeah, what do you like? You got the books and things.
I love the stationery. Sometimes I get surprised by some of the clothes.
Yeah.
Some of them, I got this sexy ass boots.
You got good boots, Anko?
Yeah. Anko boots.
Yeah.
A little bit of accessories, socks, PJs. Because PJs.
Pajamas, perfect
a lot of
for
pajamas.
them. And you know how they've got the Avicii song? You know that song?
Nope.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling.
It's Avicii.
It's Avicii. It was his first, I forget the name of the song. It's a very iconic name. But then the ads for Kmart is just some little kids dancing to that. And I'm like, yeah, Avicii. So I love Kmart. Anko. Do you know Anko is like there's stores that are like Anko now in like Singapore because they're trying to make it feel like a legit brand.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey, I love that for them.
Anko.
Let's do, I mean, if they can make it, rebrand this shit, make it even better, I've got stocks,
Yeah.
Like I've got so much of their stuff. So this is
Anko.
only going to be good for me.
I'm going to Kmart after this.
From Kmart.
Do they know about this? You should be the
About
Kmart
this podcast?
person. Yeah.
Oh my God, imagine if they were
Kmart.
sponsoring me. It is. This is, oh fuck. Okay, I got to get on board
Sorry.
with that. No, don't be sorry. It's a very helpful tip. Thank you. But we got to play these sleepover games.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Would You Rather.
Please.
Do you know how to play Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We do it differently at Donna, but I'll tell you about it after we do this.
Okay. Would you rather be a really, really small guy or a really, really big guy?
Is that it?
Yeah, but I'm thinking like an inch or two
Great.
small or like as tall as this building.
As tall as this building,
Just
or
three stories.
What are the benefits of the inch one at all?
You get to go in people's pockets,
Pocket stuff, yeah.
hang out with, ride a mouse.
Ride a mouse.
Yep.
If the mouse wanted you to.
Of course,
You've got to
get consent.
you got to convince a
Yes.
mouse to let you ride
I
on
think
them.
they're pretty easy. They're pretty chill. Also, food would be
Food.
huge.
Big food.
Yeah, big food.
100% I'm going big guy, and it would be hell.
What?
I would be hell, but I think I would like to do it. You'd be fucking famous as fuck.
You don't think you'd be famous if you were an inch or two tall? Like Thumbelina?
I think people would be like, you're so small, I don't want to talk about you. But the tall guy, they're like, I have to pay attention to you, tall guy. And I imagine, but a tall guy would have so many bone issues. I mean, either way you're going to have health issues.
You might shorten your life.
Have you ever seen the Guinness Book with the smallest man and the tallest man?
Yeah.
Neither of them are well.
No.
Do we take that into account? Like a Great Dane have very short life expectancies because their heart struggles to do the blood flow, and they often die of heart.
But their life expectancy is shorter than like a Chihuahua. Small dogs do live longer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're supposed to not be huge.
No, totally. Tall fellas die.
We being dogs, I guess. I was like,
I just thought you meant things existing. I
yeah,
guess.
hearts should be equal. Like, do we have the tall guy? Does he have a big heart?
Or I don't know if that's even really good because my boyfriend has a heart condition and it's
too big.
Technically too big. He's also
nice.
tall, but the heart condition's not good for him.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I want to be 6'1", which is what I am. I'm happy with where I'm at. But do you know...
Not how you play Would You Rather. Clearly, I needed to ask you because you don't know how to play.
10% of the world's population who are male, who are above 7 foot, are in the NBA.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool?
That's so cool. I'd feel bad then if I was one of the fellas.
90%, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to be like, if you're tall, good, like, shit works. Like, they'll build shit around you. Like, if you're tall, they're like, let's just make you okay
It's
at
your
basketball
world.
and you can be worth $40 million a year.
That's so fucking true. Okay, wow. So you're going big guy.
Yeah, big man.
I think I'd have to go little.
Fair enough. Why? Like, you want to reduce yourself, or you just like the hijinks you can get up to would be big?
Well, women are, conditioned to take up less space, to feel bad for being large. No, I think I would like to just be in pockets.
You keep talking about this pocket
I could
thing.
sit on my cat's back. This is the second
Your cat
podcast
would
in
eat
a
you.
row. That's exactly.
Your cat would cut you in half and
He'd kill
do the
me.
tennis. Has your cat ever got like a mouse and shown you the mouse?
No.
Like my
but
cat.
a moth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy used to bring to the back door, like, look what I did. How good is this? And like cut the heads off and use tennis racket them. And they play with, like, cats are brutal. They're like,
I think yours was.
yeah, Billy was. She was hardcore. And like, they keep them alive because they like playing with them and stuff, but they fuck them up. And that would be you, Chloe.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, look, what a way to go.
Yeah, awful way to go.
Terrible, but it'd be easier to film and get on the telly.
It's true. And if
That'd
that's
be
what you're after,
famous.
there
That'd
are
be
other ways to do that.
Nope, that's the only way. So how do you play Would You Rather at Aunty Donna?
Oh, so we'll go like, would you rather sleep in a bed of nails or a really comfy bed? And then
that's a pretty good way to play it.
and then we're like, for me, it's the comfy bed. You get better sleep. You get like it's comfortable. And nails, like that would hurt your back, and you'd be in
All right, that's very silly.
Yeah.
I like it. I think I sometimes do slip a couple in there that are very obvious choices.
Please.
And most of the time, especially if I don't know the guest, they'll kind of look at me like I'm a fucking idiot.
Great. I'm keen. I'm sorry that the tall one was boring, so I want to do good on the next one.
You want to do another? Would you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I have seen that you'll play a little Dungeons and Dragons
D&D.
sometimes, and I'm incredibly jealous, and I would like to play D&D at some point in my life consistently.
You
but
must.
It's such a fucking.
I'll keep that in mind. I hate playing it, but
Really?
yeah. I really struggle with it.
Okay.
We were in the movie in Australia. They put us in the movie.
That's so cool.
And I had to pretend I liked it for like the whole rollout. We did this whole day of interviews about it, and like went to what's the one near Horton, the Hoyts or whatever near Horton Pavilion. They did a big premiere there, and I had to like in a room of people D&Ding. We're like, yeah, but I actually hate playing it.
You're like fucking nerds.
I'd struggle to focus with it for like 9 hours. You know?
Oh, that's fair. That's the reason why I don't play it. Like my old housemate used to be the dungeon master for his group for years, and he'd always be like, "Yeah, you can just come in for a game or whenever." And I'm like, it's such a commitment. I actually can't.
Yeah,
So,
I really struggle with it.
love to, but if it's on camera, then it just makes sense.
Sure.
It's worth it.
Yeah, monetize the things you love and make them part of your job. That's what I always say.
Yes. Okay, so with all of this in mind, would you rather getting stuck in a game of D&D like it becomes reality?
Yeah, oh, cool.
Right? Magic, it's reality now. As a hero playing or as the dungeon master?
As in the dungeon master controls the world, so you're in the game and you can control what's happening, versus the hero of the game and you're in the world. 100% the controller of the world.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. You're a god.
Yeah,
so-
like you're like then the game becomes kind of irrelevant. You are God.
Yeah.
You're asking me.
See, this is one of those questions where it actually is quite obvious.
Yeah,
I look like an
I want to
idiot.
be. Yeah, I want to be God, and create owl bears. And what excites me about D&D is when people talk about, and it's not the traditional D&D world where it's medieval or whatever, and it becomes like future-y and shit.
Yeah.
That excites me.
I agree. That's
Yeah.
just like dystopian kind of. Yeah. I mean, the options are limitless.
They are. They literally are. Well, that's the thing, right? What I learned playing D&D in the Donna world is whenever someone says, and I found this to be true in like the improv world as well, these schools that I've never really traditionally gone through.
Yeah.
If anyone ever says you can't do anything wrong, you can do a lot wrong.
Yes, of course.
They're like, no, but not like that. So like when I've played D&D before and I do you can do whatever you want.
Yep.
There's lots of things that I'm not allowed to do.
Yep.
Or if I do it, you're doing it wrong. Those communities are the ones that tell you you're doing it wrong the most.
Oh yeah. Also, like you find out quickly how much the dungeon master's personality affects what you are allowed to and not allowed to do. You're like, oh, I think you actually kind of just hate me.
Yeah. It's a good dungeon master though is like there's some very talented people out there. I got to shout out Matthew Jackson, who does Trope RPG with us.
Oh, yeah.
And you can do anything to him, and he'll just take it and turn it into something wonderful.
Oh, I love that.
But now it's I've tried to make it my job to try and find his boundaries, and I haven't found him yet. So
That's a fun game.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, moving on. Great answers. Makes sense. The next game is Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Oh yeah.
And just first up, just start it off, I feel like we have to even the playing field here and ask you.
Yeah.
Fuck, Marry, Kill, Zach, Mark, and Cameron James.
Oh great.
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill. I would marry Cameron James because
Whoa.
Cameron James is married.
He is.
And they seem very happy.
Yeah.
And he has so many friends who love him.
Yeah.
So he would be a good husband or wife or whatever you would like to be. Kill.
It's crazy that you so quickly jumped to marrying Cam.
I'm not marrying Mark or Zach. I'm already married to them. Like,
You've got too much intel.
yeah, I know couples who perform together and they're not together anymore. None of them. Do you know any people who perform together who are married or together? Still together?
There are some. Most of them that are still together have like dip in, dip out kind of mentality.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Can't
it's
think
not,
of any.
Not a good way forward. Fuck.
Oop.
Can I fucking kill them both? So like,
It depends on which order you're going
yeah,
to
I
do
fuck
those.
them first. I don't kill them and then
Okay,
fuck them.
cool. No.
Unless they want that.
Yeah, you have to do it the other way around. That's the only way I'll allow it.
I fuck them both and kill them both at some point. Is that okay? Marry Cameron. And I'll kill Cameron too.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm a murderer. Yeah, I'd fucking kill Mark and Zach.
I like that.
Did Mark do this show? Mm-hmm. Who did he say?
I don't remember. I should.
You didn't do it?
I should have
Yeah.
checked. I should have. No, I think I did it.
Yeah.
I just don't fucking remember.
Yeah, fair enough.
I may have asked him the next one though, but actually, I don't even think I really should have checked. I'll let you know afterwards and maybe put a note in the edit for the listeners. But the next Fuck, Marry, Kill. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Christmas pud, a cheese board before dinner,
Yeah.
and a drum.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
I would marry Pud because Pud changed my life in that we were making these little videos, and then one day every fuck boy knew me. Pud man. It opened up every fuck boy in Australia, and we had this Netflix show come out, and in the first week of the Netflix show, 3.5 million people watched that around the world.
Pretty fucking life
I
changing.
walk down the street, Pud.
Yep.
Pud.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Do you find there are like certain places that you get recognized more than others?
Yeah.
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 And I'm not projecting anything here, but do you ever feel like maybe a little bit low and kind of want a little recognition and go
100%.
there on purpose?
On the plane here today.
I mean, you had to get the plane.
Yeah, that's how I get here. The head of the cabin comes up to me, smiling. I was like, "What's this?" And says, "Person sitting in 1A wanted to buy you a beer." And I said, "I want it." And they were like, "Well, what do you want?" And I was like, "I'll have a Coke."
Oh my
so I had a Coke on the plane, and everyone. But then I was like, "That's nice."
Yeah.
But then everyone around me is like,
That's
"Who the
looking.
fuck is that guy? Who just got a free Coke because someone's a fan?" That was nice.
It is nice.
It's a nice feeling. And it's like, do you know what's interesting as well? Is the way people treat you when they think you're someone versus when they don't think you're someone.
Yep.
Is very different.
Yep.
So that's nice.
Yep.
And it's nice to think it's for something I've like put, or like just a dumb thing that's kind of a reflection of your personality.
God, yes. Can you imagine if it was, I mean, even something as benign but still hated, like ray gun?
Yeah.
It's like,
that would be absolutely crippling.
Honestly.
How do you get recognized regularly?
Yeah, it's nice. Not like as much as when it first popped off, but yeah, I know the spots to go to.
Do you I find as well, and I struggle with this, is the people I want to see me get recognized, like my partner or my parents, or no one approaches me when I'm with them. When I'm by myself, heaps. Yeah. But when I'm with my parents, who I want to like, look, I did well. No. Man,
I will probably bleep his name, but I was at the festival in Melbourne and met who doesn't matter anymore. Definitely bleeping his name, but doesn't matter anymore. You know, he's sitting there.
I fucking hate that guy.
He's a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
And I knew that.
Yeah.
I know people's experience, but still sitting there with him and introduced me. Lovely. So sweet. This is Chloe. She's got a great podcast. She's based in Sydney. And he just goes, okay. Like a cunt.
Really?
Yes. And I was like, all right. I was like, you guys have a great time. I don't want to interrupt. And moved to the other side of the room. Immediately, a fella comes over. He goes, hey, I'm a big fan. Do you think I could get a photo? And I'm like, can we just go back to the other side?
Tell him. Go tell that guy.
Please. Just do this again.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Oh, well, I'll talk off air about that as well. But yeah, that's, yes, exactly. I know that feeling.
You know
it's a nice
feeling.
But I thought, I was like, people know who I am now. And then I went out with I go out with other people who are much more famous than me.
Yeah, of course.
And that's insane.
Fuck.
I'll bleep this name, but
yeah.
I go out with him sometimes. And that's like a president.
Yes.
Like, we sit down at this thing and people are turning and looking at him the whole time. And I'm like, this is actually awful. Like, this person you would have to just be a lovely person.
Yep.
Because
constantly.
Otherwise you're fucked.
No bad mood or even resting bitch face.
No.
Oh God. Like, it's a little too much. Every single interaction has to be great, but also like just general appearance. Like, don't make a mess, you know.
And also that thing
I'm a mess.
But also you learn that like eventually you have to always try and do your best and give someone a cool experience with you. But then also you learn eventually that like, actually, if the most interesting story that this person wants to tell is that I was an asshole, it doesn't matter whether I'm the nicest person in the world or a jerk. Like, you just do your best and then hope that, you know.
That's a great point.
Yeah. Like, some people just want to tell a story.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. And like...
Or real.
Or real. You have no control over that.
Yeah. Wow.
But
back to the fuck, marry, kill.
Yes, please. What was it? Oh, was it Pud? What did I say? I married Pud for the career longevity.
Married Pud, of course.
Fuck. What was the second? Cheese
board before dinner.
And drum.
And drum.
You'd fuck a drum because the percussive nature of it and very physical and like this. Stop fucking
a little
this.
djembe has
This
like
is how I
a thing
fuck.
in there.
Just like this.
I'm going to send a video to Cam so they can get a real idea.
Cam, this is how I fuck. And then, what was the last one? Kill.
Cheese board.
Kill cheese board. Do you know why I kill cheese board?
Please tell me.
It's because we got this message one day. We were waiting for Netflix to come through wait a long time. And we got this message from like a Channel 10 people saying, Rove's making a new show called Saturday Night Rove. And can we have a meeting? I'm like, okay. And they were like, hey, it comes out in 3 weeks. Help. can you make some sketches for this? And we went, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
And so we just were like, we'll shoot them in Melbourne and you just put them in every episode.
Yeah.
And there was supposed to be like 6 episodes, so we made 6 sketches.
Yep.
And then they cancelled it after week 2.
Yep.
And so only 2 went out.
So you're sitting on all these sketches.
Yeah, and one of them
already
was
done.
cheese.
Yep. Okay.
But and then when we put it out, everyone loved it.
Yeah.
And we're like, it could have been on Channel 10 and 15.
Could have saved the show.
You could have saved the show. But so kill, I guess, because it was like it got killed.
Yeah.
But it had a life beyond.
It's only fitting.
Would you say they're the 3 when you think of Donna?
Yeah, I was literally looking at numbers as well and trying to think of, okay, what's going to resonate the most?
It's so funny, the things that go and don't go.
I know. I know. I think it's honestly a very great space to be in, liberating to just let go of it and be like, oh, I don't care.
No.
This is...
Enjoy the fun of it.
This. Yeah. It also sounds very privileged as well, because some people are just like trying so hard to break through with shit. It's like, oh, well, maybe you have the privilege to not care when something else does pop off.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know, people don't fucking know anything.
No.
If a TikTok where I'm just complaining face to camera about some fucking dream I had or something is the thing that's popping off, like, who cares?
I could write theses on my theories off all that. But I feel like if you're making a video, a comedy video, or even not a comedy video, what someone likes about it, whether they know it or not, 90% is shit that you're not even talking about.
Yes.
The frequency of how you're talking, the way you're sitting, the way you look, the way you think. Like, the amount of people who come to these solo shows who just fucking look like me is like, I think people just see themselves in things and go like, you resonate with me because of who you are, which is why it's important that entertainment is diverse, because you want everyone to feel like they're seen.
Yeah. But you're so right. I see actors who remind me of my dad, and I'm like
100%.
Just heart eyes. Like, I love them in a very paternal way, and I don't know why.
Exactly right.
It's
like
crazy.
I feel like the joke is the last end of it. When people watch a comedy group, your attractiveness, your attraction to them is a part of it. It's all part of it.
Yeah. Fucking hell. You're very smart.
No.
I feel like we could, yes.
I can talk a lot of shit.
Yeah. But I think we could just keep talking forever. But we've got to get you to fucking Bendigo or wherever.
I gotta go Penrith.
Hell. That's the same thing.
It's really far. It shouldn't be called Sydney, and I don't know why I'm going there for a show.
Oh, God. I don't know.
It's part of the Sydney Comedy Festival.
Is it one of the galas?
No, it's a show at the Jones Sutherland Centre. And I'm staying in Woolloomooloo. And I've got to drive back.
Oh, that's fucked.
From Penrith. I've never been to... I know there's a good league team from there, but they keep winning, but I don't know where it is. But I'm about to discover the Great West, I feel like.
I'm so excited for you.
Everyone talks about.
Before you do, we'll go with one last game.
Please.
It's truth or dare. So it's up to you. You choose truth or dare.
Dare.
Fuck, I love that. So confident.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I love Aunty Donna's little songs.
Thank you.
Truly. I made Mark sing a little song when he did the podcast. Great. So I'm going to dare you to sing a little song about why you want to marry Cam and fucking kill Mark and Zach.
5, 6, 7. Want to marry Cam. He's my man. I love him more than Afghanistan. And then I want to take little Mark, kill him, and then fuck him for a lark. And then I'll take little Zach Ruane, have a fuck with him. It'll be insane. Then I'll kill him.
Okay, wow. Beautiful.
Hey, do you know that song, Teddy? You know Teddy Swims?
Yeah.
I got a song parody I thought of on the plane.
Oh my God. Okay. Also, sorry. This is clear that you are the musical genius behind the group. I know that you got Tom does the music, right?
He's really good at music.
I think that you've got a lot of influence.
Yeah, I fucking destroy Tom.
Wow.
The Teddy Swims.
Yeah.
He's that one that goes, I lose control.
Yes. Yeah.
So I changed it to, I choose a scroll when I want a pastry. That's it.
Oh my God, it's so complex.
Thank you. I said I lose control. So I choose a scroll.
Oh, is that okay?
I should make it. I choose A coffee scroll.
No.
Okay, yeah, it's
No,
us scroll.
the first one's better. Sometimes less is more.
I agree with you. We're going to do it. What else are the ones?
I'm actually putting out a silly song tomorrow.
What are you doing?
It's what do you mean?
What is it? A song? What's it about?
It's about crying on the toilet because of scrolling.
Hell yeah.
And seeing like sad shit on TikTok.
Hell yeah.
But it's funny, I swear.
No, the worst thing is to have to pitch an idea at someone. But I can't wait. Did you produce it? Is it a video clip? What's the situation?
By myself here. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's just a reel to pop up.
A reel.
Yeah.
That's the future.
TikTok reels.
in my opinion.
Oh, it's
Do you know a guy
everything.
called Tom Cardy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look up his stuff. 'cause
Yeah. Oh, it's Tom
he's
Hardy
figured it out.
coded. It's yeah. Love
Oh
that
yeah.
guy.
Because he knows what's up. I can't wait to see it. I'll watch it and maybe heart it and maybe share it
Maybe?
within my community.
Wow, that's very sweet. But just see if it's up to scratch.
May the algorithm take you
Thank you. And you.
take to the outer circles where the grubs are.
No, maybe. Yeah.
They will get there,
It's
yeah.
for the best.
Yeah.
This has been an absolute delight. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, of course. Where are you looking?
There's I don't want to dox you,
Don't.
but is that the SCG? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't
No,
know.
it's
what the
not.
SCG
It's not. We'll
is.
talk
I
about
have
it off air.
No clue what that is.
Hell yeah.
For any listeners who somehow don't know where you are, do you want to tell them where to find you? Or
Oh, I thought it was literally. Well,
No,
the address
no,
where I
Jesus
literally am. I'm Broden Kelly on the internet. I'm around.
they'll have your name. I'll do an
Yeah.
intro. It'll be great. I'll pop your socials in there. Thank you guys for listening. I love you all so much. Bye.
We just become best friends.